Once upon a time, in a faraway kingdom, there lived a beautiful princess named Snow White. She was known for her radiant beauty, kind heart, and a voice that sounded like the sweetest melody. Snow White was loved by all, including the animals of the forest, who would gather around her whenever she sang. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a golden glow over the land, Snow White's fairy godmother appeared by her bedside. The fairy had sparkling wings and wore a gown made of delicate flower petals. "My dear Snow White," the fairy said with a warm smile, "I have come to tell you a bedtime story, a tale of enchantment and adventure." Snow White's eyes lit up with excitement as she settled into her soft pillows, ready to hear the fairy's magical story. Once upon a time, there was a kingdom where magic flourished. The king and queen ruled wisely, and the people lived in harmony with the creatures of the forest and the magical beings that inhabited the land. The most powerful and benevolent of these magical beings was the Fairy Queen. The Fairy Queen was known for her wisdom and kindness, and she looked after the kingdom's prosperity. However, one day, a wicked sorceress, jealous of the Fairy Queen's power, decided to cast a spell of eternal winter over the land. As the snow fell, covering the kingdom in a frosty blanket, the people became frightened and desperate. They sought the help of the Fairy Queen, who knew she had to act quickly to restore balance to the land. The Fairy Queen called upon her most trusted fairy companions, each of them representing a different element: earth, air, fire, and water. Together, the fairies embarked on a perilous quest to defeat the wicked sorceress and break the curse of eternal winter. Along the way, they encountered many challenges and obstacles, but their courage and friendship helped them overcome every hurdle. With each step they took, the kingdom slowly began to thaw, and the hope of spring returned to the hearts of the people. Their journey led them through enchanted forests, across sparkling rivers, and high into the mountains where the sorceress had her icy fortress. In the final battle, the fairies combined their elemental powers to defeat the wicked sorceress and break the curse. The kingdom was once again filled with warmth, and the snow melted away, revealing vibrant flowers and lush greenery. As a reward for their bravery and friendship, the Fairy Queen granted each of the fairies a special gift. The fairy representing fire was given the ability to light up the night sky with stars. The fairy of water could heal and soothe with her touch. The fairy of air could carry messages across the world, and the fairy of earth could make plants and flowers bloom with a single word. The people of the kingdom celebrated the return of spring and showed their gratitude to the fairies and the Fairy Queen. But the fairies knew that their magic was most potent when they worked together, united in purpose and friendship. From that day on, they vowed to protect the kingdom and its people, spreading joy and magic wherever they went. And so, the kingdom thrived, with harmony and enchantment flourishing under the watchful eyes of the Fairy Queen and her loyal fairies. As the fairy finished her tale, Snow White's eyes were filled with wonder and admiration. "That was such a beautiful story, thank you," she exclaimed. The fairy smiled and gently brushed her wings against Snow White's forehead, making her eyelids feel heavy and her mind filled with dreams. "Sleep well, dear Snow White," the fairy whispered, "and remember, magic lies within your heart too." Snow White closed her eyes and drifted off to sleep, her dreams filled with adventures, friendship, and the enchantment of the magical kingdom from the fairy's bedtime story. And so, the kingdom lived happily ever after, with the memory of the fairy tale bringing joy to all who heard it.